Welcome, everyone. My name is Alex. On this channel, we break down practical philosophy, what actually works in practice, what helps make our lives better. And today, I want to create a tier list of skills for 2026. What's genuinely useful? What can truly be converted into a better life? What can you master and get a solid applied result from? And what is complete garbage? What's simply unnecessary? And what will make you waste your time, resources, and energy down the drain? Let's break down the mechanics of this tier list. I've made 5 levels. The first level is degradation. I'll put skills here that actually drag you down. Under the guise of productivity, you're actually degrading. These are the worst skills, absolutely useless, and more than that, harmful. Next is the no point tier. Here I'll put skills that give you the illusion of busy work. You'll feel like you're doing something useful and productive, but in reality, there are no real actions and no real results. And next is the there's a catch tier. I'll put tools here that are good in some places and might work, but with important caveats. You need to know these nuances, otherwise these skills will be useless or even harmful. The next tier is solid foundation. Here are good, hard skills that require time and sweat to master, but they give a great effect. They can feed you and make your life better. These are good, useful skills. Finally, the toughest tier, life hack. Here I'll put skills that give maximum effect, pure actions with crystal clear benefits that multiply your efforts by 100 and give a colossal result. Let's start sorting. We have 20 skills total. First skill, caching freebies. You'd think this is a life hack because times are tough and money is tight, so finding free stuff is beneficial. Is that what you wanted to hear? Of course not. Looking for freebies is pure degradation. Sitting in groups, looking for promo codes worth 50 cents, spending 3 hours to find a place to eat cheaper, it's terrible. You're wasting your most valuable resource, your brain's RAM, clogging it with nonsense. And what are you spending it on? Saving pennies instead of paying a little more for comfort. You're conditioning yourself into a mindset of poverty. Instead of thinking about how to earn more, you're thinking about how to spend less. Where will you end up? In a few years, you'll find yourself eating garbage just to save money. Meanwhile, another person who spent that time thinking about how to earn more will achieve results and live much better. So, looking for freebies is degradation. Don't think about how to save, think about how to earn more. Next, Googling skills. This is a 100% solid foundation. 90% of people online are completely helpless. They can't fact-check or find the information they need. The paradox is that all information is free online, yet people drown in free informational garbage. Why? Because they can't filter it. They can't extract the valuable from the general. If you can filter information, search effectively, formulate queries, use filters, and find ready-made solutions, that's a massive filter for adequacy in the modern world. It's your independence, and you can't buy it with money. Next, sales skills. In my opinion, this is a 100% life hack. Why is it so important? Because you might be a genius coder or a unique philosopher creating a breakthrough product. But if you can't sell yourself, your ideas, or your skills, even in an interview, you are doomed to die in poverty. You might be the smartest person, but if you can't present yourself, your ideas will rot on the table. The world isn't ruled by the smartest, it's ruled by those who can communicate value. Sales skills are vital everywhere, in meeting new people, in dating, in arguments, and in everyday life. It's about presenting your opinion so it's heard and accepted. It's much deeper than just pushing something on someone. Next, business quote pages. 100% degradation. Why? Reading millionaire quote pages and visualizing luxury cars from your worn-out couch is just ridiculous. You watch motivational videos and read success stories, feeling energized and getting a dopamine hit from others' success while doing nothing yourself. Consuming information about others' success without applying anything in your own life is pure degradation. Next, speed reading. I'll put this in the no point tier. Why? Yes, you can swallow 100 books a year and brag about it, but what's the point? You read fast. Your brain still needs time to build neural connections and digest information. It's not enough to read, you need to test it in practice. You'll read 100 books, but you won't implement a single idea from them. The output is zero. Speed reading is just hoarding information in your head. It's better to read thoughtfully and apply it. Next, video editing. This is a solid foundation. Why? The main currency of the 21st century isn't fiat or crypto, it's human attention. If you can capture attention through dynamics, edit videos, record yourself, and publish it online, you control other people's attention. He who controls attention controls the world. Corporations fight for your attention. Video editing is essential for promoting yourself and being heard. It's a massive competitive advantage. Next, AI/neural networks. In 2026, this is 100% a life hack. I'm not just talking about basic skills like using ChatGPT for prompts or generating images. Neural networks are now much broader. You can create a personal AI agent that handles your routine. You can delegate most of your processes. While your competitors spend 5 hours on a routine task, you delegate it to AI and get the result in 10 minutes. If you can't use neural networks today, it's like showing up to a construction site where you need to dig a foundation and you're using a spoon while a free excavator sits next to you, but you don't know how to drive it. You must master this. In 6 months to a year, those who are good with AI and those who aren't will literally be living in different realities. Next, endless studying. I'll put this in the no-point tier. What do I mean by eternal students? They endlessly study new information, taking their 5th course in design, saving materials to review later, watching videos while eating and never applying anything. Lifelong learning is pointless because you think you're developing, but you're just hoarding information again. Remember, any crooked, clumsy action outweighs competence. The person who thinks I'm not ready yet, I need to learn more, is doomed to stay put. The person who knows less but just goes and does it will get a result. The perpetual planner will be left at the broken trough. Next, making money on trends. I'll put this in the there's a catch tier. Finding deals, doing arbitrage, or making money in crypto is great. It's extra income. Your brain works, you think about earning, you get fast cash, and you learn to adapt. But there's a catch. Themes are always unstable income. You shouldn't make it your main source. I used to be a themer, so I know. When a theme feeds you big money, you feel like a king. But themes have a habit of collapsing. It's not forever. If you don't build a system and a long-term foundation, when the theme dies, you're back to zero, looking for the next deal. So, while it's good to earn, don't make it the center of your life. Build systems. Next, podcasts at 2 times speed. There's no point in watching YouTube videos at double speed. It's an illusion of consuming knowledge. You think you're hacking the system, but the information just flies past your ears and doesn't stick in long-term memory. You're just training yourself to consume information more efficiently. The key question is, what do you apply in practice? Don't think about how to consume better. Think about how to apply. Watching podcasts at 2 times speed is a meaningless skill. Next, studying guides. I'll put this in the no-point tier. By this, I mean spending hours watching tutorials on how to edit code or get rich but never doing anything. Watching guides is just entertaining yourself with content. Even watching this video is a guide if you don't change anything in your life. If you constantly watch guides without applying them, it's a waste of time. Don't do it. Apply something in your life. Next, networking. I'll put this in the solid foundation tier. Networking is the ability to make connections. One right person in your phone book with whom you've built a relationship can solve your problem faster than you beating your head against a wall for 10 years. That's why you need to expand your circle. The more strong connections you have from different fields, the more opportunities you have. It's a foundation. But don't go to extremes. Networking isn't about handing out business cards at events. It's about being useful to strong people so they'll be useful to you in return. Next, pretending to work. This is 100% degradation. I can't even call it a skill. What is it? Sitting in an office and pretending to work so your boss doesn't yell at you. It's spending hours organizing desktop folders, downloading new note apps, cleaning your inbox, anything but starting the actual hard task that would get you results and money. Work simulation is garbage. It's a disgrace. Next, language apps. I'll put this in the there's a catch tier. These apps are good for building minimal discipline. Yes, you can keep a streak and make some progress. It's better than nothing. But you'll never speak with a foreigner just by tapping on an app. To really learn to speak and understand, you need practice with native speakers. The app is an initial step, but it won't get you to a useful level. Next, touch typing. This is a solid foundation. In a world where you spend half your life on a keyboard, this skill doubles the speed of converting your thoughts into real letters, code, or money. You just need to learn to type without looking at the keyboard. It saves an enormous amount of time. It's not useless, unlike podcasts at 2 times speed, because you're creating something rather than just consuming. Next, basic coding. I'll put this in the "there's a catch" tier. Knowing the basics of programming languages is useful for structural thinking, but there's a catch. Today, neural networks are highly advanced. If you're not a programmer, there's no point in spending years learning to code from scratch. AI and vibe coding have solved that problem. But you still need a basic understanding of logic and mechanics to check what the AI produces and to fix small errors. Combined with AI, it's good, but making a cult of coding today, like years ago, is too late. Neural networks are developing too fast. Next, consuming motivation. This is 100% degradation. What is it? When you have a boring task, instead of doing it, you watch a video to get pumped up. You get cheap dopamine from motivational speakers telling you to just do it. It's a scam that delays action. Instead of watching motivation, you need to just do something in real life. Consuming motivation is a meaningless skill. Hours of screen time gone to waste. Next, public speaking. I'll put this in the "there's a catch" tier. Speaking beautifully and articulately is great, but here's the catch. If there's no solid foundation behind your polished voice, no solid product, knowledge, or real results, then you're just an empty shell. You become a shiny wrapper with a piece of shit inside. Being an orator without concrete achievements is just posing. The skill itself is good, but you need a foundation for it to truly be valuable. Finally, deep work. I'll put this 100% in the life hack tier. Why? In our time, the ability to sit down, put your phone away, ignore notifications, and focus on a complex task for 2 hours without a single distraction is a heroic feat. In an era of short attention spans, destroyed focus, and TikTok, a person with this skill gains a colossal competitive advantage. You become a monopolist. You're in the 1% who can work effectively and get results. You just work, get results, and take the money while everyone else is distracted by memes and endless scrolling. Let's move to the conclusions. In conclusion, I haven't covered every possible skill, but here's the main thing to understand. If you looked at this list and realized most of your skills and daily actions are in the bottom 3 tiers, I have bad news. You are working counterproductively. It's a direct ticket to the gray zone, a state of toxic downtime where you can't work effectively and you can't rest properly either. You're in limbo. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope this tier list was at least interesting and ideally useful. Like and subscribe to the channel. Write your opinions in the comments. Suggest new ideas for tier lists. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.